Four types of data binding in Angular. Let's take a look at that. So first we have the interpolation. This sends your value from TypeScript file to the template. This is perfect for showing the text. So here I am creating that username variable. It is of type string and the value is spexycoder. And this is how we can bind it into the template. So inside the double curly braces, we will write our variable name, that is username. And this is how it will look like on our UI. The second type of binding that we have is property binding. For this I am creating here a variable that is user image, and it is also of type string, and here I am adding one URL for the image. Now in our template file, I will use here one image tag. Now for the property binding, this src should be inside square brackets, just like this. And here we will pass our variable, that is user image. Alright, let's save this. And this is how it will look on our UI. The image is bigger, so that's why it is not completely showing up here. But this is how we can bind our image with the help of property binding. And after this, we have the event binding. So here I'm creating one function that is going to be show alert. And this function will simply show alert message, that is button clicked. Alright, now for the event binding, here we will create one button, and inside these brackets we will add our event, that is click, and on the click of it we will call our show alert function. Let's save this. So here we have that click me button. If I click it, then here you can see we have one alert that says button clicked. So this event binding listens to user actions, that is click or input, etc. And after this we have the two-way data binding. And it keeps the UI and code in sync. Let me show you how. So here I'm creating one variable that is user only, and it is going to be of type string, and here I will pass this spexycoder. Now in our template file, I will read this variable and update this variable at the same time. To update the variable, I will utilize the input, and then here I will write this ng model, and inside this we will pass our user variable here. Why this is showing error? Because we have not imported the reactive forms module. So here in the imports array, we have to import reactive forms module, and then common module, and forms module is also required. And here we can ignore the reactive forms module for this case, but if we are using the forms, then we require this reactive forms module that we will see in the future videos. Now this is how we are updating the user variable from the UI, and we want to show the same at the same time when we are updating that variable. How we can do that? So here we will bind our user variable. Now let's take a look on our UI. So here you can see if I remove this string from the input, then here you can see everything is removed. If I start writing my name over here, then you can see my name is appearing up. So this is how we add the two-way data binding that keeps our code and the template in sync. So this is how we utilize the two-way data binding. So here we are typing in the input and it updates instantly. So that is the real power of Angular. 4 different type of data binding techniques out of the box. No extra libraries, no hacks, just pure Angular. In the next videos, we will dive into directives like ngIf and ngFor. These are going to be the real game changers. So if you're really enjoying this Angular series, please share this video with your friends and don't forget to drop a like. Also, you can save this video for the future. I will see you in the next one.